Hey guys, it's ARIBA and I am back with another tutorial. So today we're going to be doing an updated version of our curtain bang tutorial. The first one got so much love. Thank you guys so much for that. But I wanted to post a second version that was a lot more simple and easier to follow. It's almost a curtain bang hack. It's super easy. Trust me, you guys can do this. It is foolproof. I just wanted to remind you guys I am a professional hairdresser, but this one is easy breezy. You can do this at home. And today's video is sponsored by Dyson, and I'm going to be showing you how to style your curtain bangs using the Dyson Corrale. All right, for this tutorial, you're going to need 2 combs, okay? And you want them to be roughly the same size. So you can see the combs usually come with like a wide tooth end and then a fine tooth comb end. We're going to be using the wider tooth end because it's a lot easier to use for this tutorial. And you're going to need about 2 of them that are roughly the same size. And then you're just going to need a couple of clips and of course some hair cutting shears, okay? Please don't use your kitchen scissors. So for the curtain bangs, they're pretty flexible and you can, when you're styling them, part them in any direction. But I do suggest when you're cutting them to start off with a center part. And you're going to go ahead and use like the center of your nose as a guide, and you're just going to part your hair down the center, easy breezy, okay? And then you're gonna grab your comb that you're using and you're gonna lay it on the top of your head, just like that. And wherever the comb lays flat, that's where you're gonna start your curtain bang, okay? So you're gonna take the point from here to the arch of your eyebrow. If you don't have an arch on your eyebrow, use your high recession. Your high recession is basically the highest point on your head, off to the sides here, okay? So either use that or the arch of your eyebrows. I have a pretty archy eyebrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that as my guide. Cool. So before you clip your second side, you just wanna grab both corners, make sure that it's even, and that's looking really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just clip that off. We're not going to be wetting our bangs because when you wet your bangs, you cut it at a certain spot and then when you dry it, it shrinks, okay? And I don't want to do that to you guys. So because we're not wetting our bangs, we need them to be nice and straight and smooth so that everything is cut at the same spot and we don't have any highs and lows when we're snipping. Okay, we're going to go ahead and grab our Dyson Corrale, and can we get a moment for this color, y'all? I know I say this in every video, but I have every color under the sun and this color is just like, I can't get over it. It's literally perfection. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and unlock our tool, and we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so we have 3 settings here. We have 165 degrees, 185, and 210. For this tutorial, we're gonna go ahead and put it on the lowest setting because we are going to be styling our bangs after. We don't want to like cement them straight, okay? We're just going to keep it on the lowest setting and lightly smooth it out so that we can restyle it to kind of blend with the rest of our hair later. Okay? That's kind of like a hairdresser secret. If you want to like restyle your hair, always keep it on low, because if you put it on high heat, that is going to be like, it's a done deal. There's no redoing it. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and smooth that out. 1 pass, all we need on low heat, okay? And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you guys see those blades have those little black indents in them, and then we have the actual plates right there. So these are flexible plates, and those indents on the side are what allow the plates to kind of bend. And the reason it's called a Dyson Corrale is because it literally corrals your hair. So it literally hugs the piece like this. So it's like tighter on each end and almost like a little bit looser towards the center. That way the section does not spread throughout the flat iron and it stays corralled and hugged in one spot. That's why we only need 1 pass, even on the lowest setting. 2 things we're going to remember before we start combing is we're going to be using the wider end of our comb, and we're not going to be doing any lift on this, okay? So it's just going to be straight down. All right, and just to make it easy for you guys, we're gonna go ahead and kind of pinch the center like so, okay? So you see how we have the hair section wider at the top, and the ends, we're just pinching them together, but again, they're not overlapping each other. We're just kind of combining it like so. And we're gonna be keeping the length at our chin, okay? That's just my personal preference. If you wanna take it up to your cheekbone, you can. If you want to do it at the corner of your lips, you can. Just find your spot and keep it at that, okay? So this is just going to be where mine end. You can even go high up as your nose, although I don't recommend it, especially if you're doing this for the first time. And curtain bangs usually are cheekbone down. Usually somewhere in this area, cheekbone to chin, is kind of where you want your curtain bangs to sit. First comb is going to be having the teeth facing out, okay? So we're going to go from underneath, teeth facing out, okay? And then we're going to grab our second comb, and the second comb is going to have the teeth facing in. And you're going to stack them right on top of each other, nice and even, like that. And you're going to slide this down right a little bit above your chin, okay? And you're going to rotate the section like so. And we're just going to go ahead and give it a snip. So you can go in and cut straight. My hair's a lot thicker, so I got to go in and point cut, but that's it. Slide it out. And then you'll see this really pretty angle, because you'll see when you push it to the side, you have that angle. Okay, so this part's totally optional, but highly recommended, okay? So we're just gonna go right back underneath and point cut. And if your hair wasn't straight for this, it would not end well, guys. So you see how I'm holding it out instead of down? The more you kind of elevate it, the more you're gonna get kind of variations and textures in there, and that's what we want. So now we're gonna style these suckers, okay? So you're gonna go ahead and release your hair, and I'm gonna just kind of very quickly blend it, and you're gonna take just a small piece in the front of your hair. So you're just gonna simply comb it, okay, like that, and just hold it out. And you're not gonna close your scissors all the way for this, please don't, because then you're gonna chop a whole section of your hair out. Watch me, we're just gonna be doing this. Pull it forward right in front of your nose, okay? Hold your scissors upside down and just glide it down, and we're not closing it all the way, we're just gliding. Look how much softer and blended that already is, and I haven't even styled it yet, and it's so blended, okay? So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Grab a little piece, doesn't have to be perfect, because we're really only cutting like a small corner here. And that's all we're cutting off. And again, look how blended that is, and I haven't even styled it yet. Now back to our styling with our gorgeous Dyson Corrale. So this is a cordless flat iron, for those of you guys that don't know. And it does come with a charger, and what I like to do when I'm not using it is I like to leave the charger plugged in, especially if I'm working on clients, and I will just kind of set it back on the charger in between sections. Like when I'm taking the next section out, it has a couple of minutes to charge. When it is fully charged, you get about 45 minutes of use, which is plenty of time, especially for somebody like me. So now that we're actually styling our bangs and we want it to obviously last longer, we're gonna go ahead and go on a high heat, okay? If you have medium to fine hair, you can go ahead and keep it at medium heat. But for those of you with coarser hair like mine, go ahead and crank it up all the way. This is a manganese copper alloy plate, and for those of you guys that don't know what that means, it's basically a combination of 6 different plates, and the combination of the flexible plates and the perfectly balanced thermal distribution. This is why you don't have to keep going over the same section over and over, and why you are able to keep the temperatures a lot lower than you would on a traditional flat iron. So it's a lot safer for your hair, and that's why I feel super comfortable like cranking this up high. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and style this, and we're gonna hold it forward like so. And then you're gonna take your flat iron and you're gonna clamp it underneath, and you're gonna go around like that, okay? And then you're gonna let go and stop. Cool, so we have this beautiful wave happening, okay? So right at that bend, go ahead and grab your section. And now you're gonna go in the opposite direction, like so. Okay, so now we have this really pretty flip happening. And now we're gonna do the same on the other side. Go underneath and curl towards your face, and then when you come halfway through, let go. Okay, so you have that, and you can leave it at that if you want, because that's super pretty. I just like the ends to be kind of flipped away from my face. So we're gonna go ahead, go halfway right at the bend, and just flip it away. So you have this like super pretty flip happening. Nice. We look like we're blown out. Then we're just gonna give these ends a little love. Smooth them out, because we are on day 2. You know how it goes. All right, y'all, and that is the final look. I am obsessed. So you guys can see why I wanted you to cut these dry, because if you cut these wet and you went shorter, they'd be like sitting up here. So you see how they're kind of sitting kind of happily between the end of my chin and my cheekbone, and that's kind of the window you want to keep your curtain bangs in. I will link the Dyson Corrale for you guys down below if you guys want to check it out. And as always, be sure to give this video tons of love. Leave me some comments down below if you have any questions, and I will get back to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.